Welcome back to Hannity 2016. Republican presidential candidate Dr. Benjamin Carson says that black Americans have been manipulated by the media. Watch this.
I think American blacks, over the course of this next year, will begin to see that they've been manipulated very, very largely, and people telling them what they're supposed to think and what they're supposed to say. And more, I'm finding, are thinking for themselves and are recognizing, what really works for them and for their communities.
Joining me now with reaction, Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clark, criminal defense attorney Eric Guster. Love the hat, Sheriff. I like it. Looking good. Eric, let me give you some examples. Democratic Party, because politicians and the media, I believe, do manipulate black America. Some examples. Every election year, black America's told lies. 1998, the Democratic Party said, you elect Republicans, black churches are going to burn. Al Gore, when he's running for president, goes before a predominantly black audience, changes his cadence, his tone, his delivery, the whole bit, and says Republicans don't want to count you in the census. Hillary Clinton, she goes before a black audience, changes her cadence, changes her tone, delivery, and she says, I don't feel no ways tired, and every election year, the James Byrd ad, another example, every year, black America's told lies by politicians. It's advanced by the media. Dr. Carson's telling the truth. Doesn't that need to stop? Isn't that the ugly underbelly of American politics?
Well, the media can do a lot of things, and even just like if you, to the far right, if you said the sky was falling, there's a sect of the population.
Okay, but I don't do that. I gave you examples. Al Gore tells a predominantly black audience, Republicans don't want to count you in the census. That's a lie. That's a manipulation.
Well, the Republican Party doesn't go after the African-American vote. So what they're saying may be actually true because the Republican Party totally ignores the African-American population.
I disagree with that, but you're not addressing the question. Sheriff Clark, when they say Republicans don't want to count you in the census, or if you elect Republicans, black churches are going to burn, that's manipulation. Doesn't that mean that Ben Carson's right?
Bravo, Dr. Carson. Of course he's right. The mainstream media in America has abandoned their constitutional duty, really, to be a government watchdog and to be neutral in all of these things. And instead, they have become the propaganda wing, a lapdog, the public information office for the Democrat Party, their liberal agenda and their leftist ideology. Look, the mainstream media, the liberal mainstream media, refuses to tell and write the stories in the op-eds to inform blacks that after 60 years of enslavement under Democrat control, their lives have not gotten better. This liberal mainstream media continues, Sean, to not tell the story that under the first black president, the standard of living of blacks has not gotten better. Poverty has worsened. The schools have gotten worse. They can't find meaningful work. This is what the liberal mainstream media continues to propagate. So that's where the exploitation is, and it's wrong to say the Republicans don't go after the black vote. The fact is, one of the roles of the mainstream media, the liberal mainstream media, is to demonize and vilify people like Dr. Carson, like Alan West, like Clarence Thomas, because their voices will resonate in the black community, and that is their biggest fear, because blacks will open their eyes and bolt from the liberal plantation.
But, Sheriff Clark just hit the nail on the head. We've had black America voting for Barack Obama. Are black Americans better off today? They are disproportionately impacted in terms of the unemployment numbers, in terms of median income that has been lost under Obama, about the number of black Americans that have fell into poverty since he's been president, black Americans that are on food stamps since he's been president. And his policies are is black America better off having Obama president for 7 years, Eric? Cite me one statistic that shows that that's true.
A lot of white people voted to get Obama in.
Agreed.
So let's not just segment the black population.
But the point is the Democrats manipulate.
I'll make this point, Sean. Let me make this point. I believe in split ticket voting. I don't believe in straight party voting. I have said that for 20 years.
I don't blame you for denying. Did you vote for Obama?
Many of the Republican Party totally ignore the African American vote.
Did you vote for Obama
they don't
twice?
Go after the
Yes or no?
Vote.
You voted for him twice.
I did.
Yeah, okay. And black America is not better off. Sheriff Clark, it seems the black community that voted for Obama, some 90+%, has been negatively, disproportionately impacted by his bad policies. Why do they trust as a group, as a demographic? Why so much trust in the Democratic Party?
Well, it's an emotional thing right now, and they're being lied to, and it's a very intoxicating message that's being sold by the Democrat Party in terms of handouts, free stuff. That's an intoxicating message. Look, the only people whose lives have gotten better under President Obama are the typical liberal things like unions have gotten better, teachers, their lives have gotten better when I say gotten better. And so those typical people who vote, but blacks haven't even gotten their beak wet. Like I said, the poverty is worse and the schools are worse. They can't find meaningful work. But it's a very intoxicating message when you offer people free stuff. There's going to be a tendency emotionally to lean that way. And the Republicans are not going to come along and offer them free stuff because that's not the way to counter it. But the liberal mainstream media, which is what your point is, Sean, they play a huge role in this because anytime you have a movement, and that's what the DNC is, and the liberal agenda, you have to have a way to get the message out. They have a built-in one with the liberal mainstream media.
All right, thank you both.
There hasn't been some free stuff. I've heard that talking point. There hasn't been a list of free stuff that African Americans have been offered by the Democratic Party. That is poppycocky, you know.
No, what's happened is it hasn't been delivered. It's been offered, but it hasn't been delivered, and I think that's what you mean.
All right, thank you both for being with us. Coming up, fireworks on Capitol Hill yesterday when lawmakers clashed with the president of Planned Parenthood. She tried to defend the controversial organization. We have the highlights and debate coming up straight ahead.